On today's show, this thing just turned 25 million years old and then died.
And what makes French fries so freaking addicting? And cyborgs at work? Jigga, what?
Speaking of birthdays, the iPhone just turned 10 on Monday, and we've got some FML moments that will start your day off with a smile. Start the show!
Blue, you're my boy!
And now,
That's all you want. I'm the one who's gonna be on TV.
from TTR Studios,
I can't quite remember how that one goes. I gotta admit, I'm a little high. No, Peggy, I'm cool.
it's Lucdogg in the morning.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is Skater D.
Hey, I'm John Charles Meyer, producer of Dave Made a Maze.
Hey, what's up? This is Scott Ladati, author of Play the Devil, and you are listening to Lucdogg.
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 This is Andy fucking Cruz from SiriusXM 415, and you're listening to Lucdogg in the morning.
#1 podcast in the world. Yeah, boy.
Welcome back, folks. It is Lucdogg in the morning. It's July 26th, and we're ready to go strong. Giddy up! Huge news from our show today. Massive news. You're not ready for it. I'm telling you right now. Belly Matt LaBelle to my right. What's up, dude?
Hey, hey.
Matty Potts from the Santa Monica Newsroom. Hello, sir. How we doing?
Greetings and salutations, everyone.
We're really excited. I'm not going to lie to you guys. This is a big day for us. So we're coming out of the cannons a little bit hot. It is Lucdogg in the morning. Thank you for spending another week with us at LITM Podcast, pretty much everywhere on the web. Thanks for checking us out on YouTube. You can watch everything there. And Clyde is freaking out behind the glass because we are getting to FM radio, ladies
Behind
and
the
gentlemen.
glass?
Yeah.
More like behind me.
Nah, he's in the control room. So we are going to be on FM air. Matty Potts is going to be contributing from the West Coast. Belly is going to be my co-host along with Hot Mess Kim.
Yeah.
And we're going to do sports, Potts.
And the crowd goes wild.
Sorry.
No, that was great. Potts, we're going to do sports. Are you excited?
Hold on. I can't even find my boo right now. So, boo.
He is the least excited of all the sports fans.
I mean, hey, I'm a huge NFL fan. I love it, but
Well, we'll be on Sundays at 9 a.m. So that's fantastic. We can do pre-sports, pre-football. Okay. We can do all of that. Belly, are you gonna just sit there and be Lions the whole season? Please. Are you gonna? The people of Richmond are not gonna want to hear about Detroit.
I'm not going to talk about the Lions, but I will always be for the Lions because loyalty is all the Lions fans have.
When I did radio in Colorado, the president of the station literally told me, if I hear you speak over RG3 one more time, I'm kicking you off the air.
Now we got to talk about the squirrels.
The squirrels?
Richmond squirrels.
Oh.
Flying squirrels,
for
baby.
Sure. We got the Richmond Braves.
I learned that, Luch.
Who are the squirrels?
The Flying Squirrels are a double A affiliate.
I know they've got the Spiders for the for University of Richmond. Anyway, we're excited because we're going to be on 106.1 FM on Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. They are pulling CBS Broadcasting, so they're going to have like Jim Rome Monday through Friday, like 10 to noon, and then like Tiki Barber, who my friend was just like going off on last night, how he's just so not entertaining at all.
From Virginia as well. Did you know that?
Tiki is from Virginia.
Him and his twins.
Hometown.
Yeah.
But my boy was just ripping on him. I'm like, yo, that's a coworker of mine now. Excuse me.
My colleague. Please don't talk that way about my colleague. Can I just propose the first? Whoa, that was actually Chris calling in from the road on 311. Anyway, first game show proposed. Beat the Belly. Callers have to call in and beat Belly in sports trivia because there's nothing this guy doesn't know. I'm gonna say.
Nope.
His
Did you hear his name that song skills? Because he also.
Well, yeah, and I said the one he got wrong, which was turned down for what, is the one that I got right because I was listening to the show.
Yeah, maybe
I was screaming. I was like, how do you not know that? What the hell?
You two should probably be the Shazam team for next year.
Bam, Shazam.
Yeah. So we'll do Beat That Belly.
We're going down Jamie Foxx.
We're very excited because it's going to be Sundays at 9 a.m. And so, like I said, it's we're the only actual local show that's going to be on that station. Everything else is pulled nationally. So we're up. Like listeners don't know that. Do listeners know that about radio, that like you're hearing Pharrell on the bench from wherever the hell he is in Chicago, or yeah, man, come on guys, I got it ready to go.
I hate Pharrell.
You love it. It's Pharrell on the bench. Pharrell on the bench.
Yeah, no. Stop talking in that voice.
The only reason I even know who Pharrell is because he had a show on Sirius on Howard Stern's channel, and that's the only reason I even heard of him.
Did you like him? I can't stand that voice, and then all of a sudden I realized he's actually pretty good, man.
No, it was a little much, especially in the morning.
I'm a little much.
I mean, I hear it.
He's a lot.
I come home. He's on from like 10 to 2 in the morning here. But it's a syndicated show, just like most shows are syndicated.
Well, explain what that means, because
stations.
I don't think listeners, half of them even know what that means.
So when a show is syndicated, it of course has a home base, but there's no target local area audience. Now, advertisements are sold locally, so you think you're being sold a local show. Like the Kane Show is a local show to this area.
To DC,
It's a huge syndicated show, though. It plays in multiple cities across multiple facets throughout all of iHeartRadio. And iHeartRadio is a huge syndication company that puts on radio stations throughout the U.S.
Does Big Boy out in L.A., I'm sure he syndicates all over the place, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't listen, but I actually used to do a pop-up in the lobby of their studio, and so you would see like people going up and down all day long, getting interviewed and doing stuff. So, but yeah, there's billboards of him all over the place. He's pretty big here, although I don't really listen to him.
Well, he's big there, but I'm sure he syndicates all throughout the country.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like people
sure.
and like I know you all know I love the Dan Le Batard show at Stugatz. That's in like 400 different stations. So we are starting our empire, and we are in our first syndicated station, which will be Sports 106.1 FM. It's the only FM sports station in Richmond. We're very excited for it. So I'll have news on that. We're going to start on Sunday, August 6th. And we'll play Beat the Belly. I'm cool with that. Rub the Belly? I don't know. We got to make some sort of pun with that.
I'm ready to. I'm not going to get beaten, though, so.
We'll put something else on the line. Did you guys see the 25 million-year-old who died?
What? 25 million-year-old?
Yeah, he's talking about a very old wooden ship.
Nope, not a wooden ship. It is, however, the world's largest single structure of living organisms. Anybody have a guess?
I know what it is.
What is
Great
it?
Barrier Reef.
There you
Great
go.
Barrier Reef.
Nailed it.
Boom.
Yeah, dead at age 25 million. The Great Barrier Reef has been declared dead by scientists at 25 million years old, bringing an end to the colorful life of the world's largest single structure of living organisms.
Holy moly.
Yeah,
I actually
really.
went scuba diving in the Great Barrier Reef when I lived in Australia. It was insane.
That's why I wanted to bring it up, because you lived out there. So I was wondering first, before we go into this, do you have any stories? I mean, you've seen it. I've never been out there.
I mean, I've always been a good swimmer, but I definitely get claustrophobic. And I went and actually TBA she put it like that thing on and actually decided not to even go down, because you get very claustrophobic, especially for your first time.
You're talking about the helmet. Right,
going scuba diving,
the big helmet,
going scuba diving in general.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, having to pace your breathing and like that it's pretty,
especially when you're excited about something.
I don't think I could do that. Yeah, no way, no, thank you.
Dude, it was so freaking beautiful. I just felt like if I didn't do it, I'd regret it for the rest of my life. And so not only did I do it, then I took her turn, because they're like, do you want a refund for her? I was like, no, I'll go again. And I mean, dude, it was the experience of a lifetime. It was so beautiful. It is so crazy, the amount of, just life going on down there. And, I guess hearing this, it's pretty depressing, because, I mean, that is a major tourist destination.
Well, you talk about life down there. I mean, they talked... Oh, I had it right here. Anyway, well, just hundreds of organisms, thousands of organisms. And what they said is coral bleaching is the reason that it's dying. And this is apparently due to global warming, people are saying, because the heat rise in the water has caused this bleaching, which is... It basically causes the algae to break away from the coral, and then it takes the coral's color pigment along with it.
And there's a lot of trash in the ocean, especially in that Pacific side.
Well, but they're saying the cause of this bleaching is literally due to the raise in the heat temperature of the water.
Well, it's raising because of...
Trash is not helping.
Trash is not helping.
but that's...
Nuclear plants leaking into the ocean north of that reef probably don't help.
25 million years old.
25 million years old.
Yeah, but it's commonly referred to as the world's largest living thing, but it's actually made up of, like we said, billions of tiny organisms. The world's largest thing that is living is a 2.4 mile wide honey fungus.
Yummy.
Stretching across the Blue Mountains of Oregon. How about that? I didn't know that. Yeah, sounds good. Sidebar, they had honey to give away at a wedding that I was at. Jars of honey.
Just jars.
Would you have been...
Did they make it?
Happy about that? I think they made it at the venue we were at, so would you have been pumped about the honey or no? Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Honey's one of the best
Homemade
natural sugars there is. You got to get it.
Mm-hmm. Wow, I was sitting there thinking, like, people are going to be like, damn, dude, like, they usually send me home with, like, M&Ms. Like, I mean, honey?
Ugh.
M&M's weak.
No, honey.
Take the honey.
Wow. All right.
Nature's sweetener.
So I don't know. That's just kind of, I saw that and I was sad, man. I mean, like 25 million years old. Like, it's dead now. And this was declared it started in 2016. 22% of the coral reef has died due to the worst mass bleaching event on record. Man.
And it's not coming back. It's got no shot.
No, that's what they said. So now my question is, what's next? Because I mean,
DNR.
Do not resuscitate. You got that's like the Chinese the wall, the Great Wall of China. What if that goes down? You know, like this is one of our great things.
It's a wonder. You could say it's a natural wonder whether people admit it or not.
We could just rebuild the wall, though.
There's people that can't even admit to global warming right now. So I think we've got
we can't build walls. Walls don't get built.
Right. Not unless you pay for them.
So also
take twice as long as they used to as well.
Speaking of birthdays, we've got the iPhone, which just turned 10 on Monday, and Belly seems to think that it's a big deal that it's only 8.
Right. There's only 8 iPhones. Well, there's only 7 iPhones. 8's coming out this year, or I think this year, maybe early next year. But still, they've only got 8 iPhones out. So what happened to the other 2? I want to know.
I'm not an iPhone guy.
They fail.
Not. Are you
8.5?
Yeah. They took a little longer to cook.
This first couple of years, they wanted to keep the same iPhones. They were trying to differentiate between the iPhone and the iPod.
I was looking at stuff that we're never going to remember in like 10 years, and it was like having to carry your iPod and your phone in your pocket.
Yeah.
That was one of them.
I used to have an iTouch, which was the exact same size of an iPhone, but you just couldn't call out on it.
Yeah.
I guess it didn't take long for someone to figure out that was a waste of time.
And then all of a sudden someone made an app for it where you could make phone calls.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Right.
What else was there? There was not being able to use the phone because somebody was on the dial-up internet.
Yep.
That was a good one.
I just got rid of Sprint and moved to AT&T because with Sprint, did you know that you cannot, like while you're on a call, you cannot open up an app or do anything?
You can't
and I'm
do that
someone that will literally have you on speakerphone.
Now.
I'll be sending an email and I'll be playing music on iTunes. Like, I can't believe, it's so annoying.
I think a lot of phone companies are starting to do that, restrict your usage of data all at once.
I have the whole list here. I actually printed it out. Needing two VHS tapes to watch one movie.
Yeah.
And they have Titanic was 2.
Gettysburg, I think, was 2 as well.
It was 2 actual VHS tapes
because of the length.
Yeah. Printing out directions to get to a location. Do
you remember the first iPhones?
It has MapQuest right here.
Do you remember the first iPhones? How thick they were? How
they
big
were bricks.
They were of their phones to what we have now.
Number 3, burning CDs, getting Netflix DVDs in the mail. My parents still do that. They still do that.
My dad, Alan, still does it. He's so old school.
What?
And so I just got him a Fire Stick and unlocked it, and he still gets Netflix DVDs. And I'm like, do you not understand? All you have to do is press a button right now. And he's like, I'm stoned.
Number 5, dialing *69 to find out who just prank called you. I can't read right now.
I think you could still do that.
You can, but why would you? Everybody has caller ID. There's no more prank calling because there's caller ID everywhere.
Yeah. R.I.P. *69 business.
Right. I love these. I just love these. It stops at 5. Anyway, I have another piece of technology that I think you guys will be excited about. And I am trying to get them to sponsor our show. God bless it.
You really want to do this thing, this wheelie thing?
It's in the mail.
It's in the mail.
It's in the mail.
What wheelie thing?
Potts, you snowboard, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Not a skier, more of a snowboarder, right?
No, I grew up skiing, but no, I'm definitely a snowboarder now.
Are you, Belly, what about you? Ski or snowboard?
I mean, I've only skied, but I want to snowboard.
Okay. So, Potts, what do you prefer? You're out west. What do you prefer? You're in Colorado, say, or Utah, wherever you go. Do you prefer, like, back bowls in the backcountry through the trees and all that kind of crap, or like cruising blues and, like, what's your style?
I usually just go down the slopes, and sometimes I'll go off on a little side trail. I got a buddy that really likes the backcountry. I like to stay kind of on the path a bit, and you know, I'll do a few little jumps here and there, but I like to just keep it pretty chill.
You're more of a cruiser.
Honestly.
Do you burn on the slopes? Do you smoke some weed?
Yeah, I have. Yeah. I mean, I have, but again, I'm like one of those stoners where, like, even like TBA says, she's like, how come every time you get high, it's like the first time you've been high? So like one of the only things I can really do better stoned is work out. But other than that, I'm a bit of a train wreck, you know?
Well, it doesn't help for skiing and snowboarding. It really doesn't help. It's nice if you want to just chill.
And again, my same buddy will take a joint, spark it up, and just go like ripping down the backcountry, and like I can go if I'm following him, but I don't have the confidence to just rip it up.
Yeah, you don't want to be that person lost in the woods where you got to get rescued.
Right. Weed makes you paranoid by trait. So why would you want to add that? And I mean, I'm not saying anything's wrong with anybody who smokes weed. I'm just saying I've experienced it before. I've experienced drinking on the mountain. Somebody brings a little flask, and you have a couple little I'd
be more prone to do that.
No, don't do that. Do not do that.
No.
Do not do that. You'll break your asshole in 1 second.
I tend to overdo it.
Let me tell you exactly what happened on the night that I drank on. It's the only time I ever drank on a mountain. Okay, and I'm getting somewhere with technology, but we started tugging on. You know, I think it was like Fireball or whatever it was, Jack Daniels. It doesn't matter. We were just tugging on something on every ski lift up. That starts adding up, Belly. And
yeah,
I mean, now I'm in that. You get to that zone, that 3 beers and beer pong, where you're just draining everything. You're in a zone. Like, I'm in that zone on a mountain, and it feels good. There's no fear of, oh my God, I'm going too fast. You're like, no, I want to go faster. I want to bomb.
Right.
But then you have like 1 or 2 more shots, and you say, well, you know what looks like fun? The terrain park.
Yeah.
And your idiot buddies they're drunk too, so they're not there to stop you. But guys, I have never really even gone off a ramp, and I didn't understand that when you do the bigger ones, I'm talking like it's about 6 to 8 feet this thing was. Okay.
Right.
And it was not just a bump. It was like a quarter pipe, so it like went upwards, right?
So when did you say the first oh shit?
Well, the first oh shit moment is when I'm watching the guys go before me. And remember, I got a buzz going on now, so I'm not worried about what's coming for me. I'm good.
And they make it look so easy.
No, they did not. They blew it. And
then you're dumb.
No, but I'm watching why, and it's because every single one of them, like, we're sitting up on this little perch.
Bombed.
No, that's what they didn't do. They scrubbed speed right as they got to right up on the jump because they got a little nervous, and then they ended up landing on the knuckle instead of landing where you're supposed to land, and it was like an awkward like landing flat, which hurts. Exactly. So I'm like, okay. Then the guy before me gets up, and he's all loosey goosey, and he just bombs it. And you can see that inertia just takes him up naturally, and boom. And it was so smooth, dude. So I'm like, okay, well, I've ridden like a motorcycle bike kind of thing before where the faster you go, the easier it is to stay up. I got it. I'm bombing this thing.
I've learned from others' mistakes.
Right.
I take off, and I am mowing, and I don't scrub any speed. I just zoom. But what
the wind blowing through your
my hair that isn't existing,
sliding right over.
And guys, I tell you, I shit you not, it's. Oh man, we have to take a break. I want to tease you a little bit. I want to do that if we can, because we have to get out of here. The camera's about to stop. We'll be back after this with how I almost died, or did I? It is Lucdogg in the morning
at LITM Podcast.
Welcome back, folks. It is Lucdogg in the morning. It's another Wednesday. You're halfway through. And we are excited to spend it with you. Thank you. How are you guys? Are you excited? Are you I mean, we got great weather over here on the East Coast. West Coast, I don't really care, because you always have good weather, so I don't want to hear it.
Yep.
Belly Matt LaBelle, Matty Potts. It is Lucdogg in the morning. You can find us, well, you know where, at LATM Podcast. And we were talking skiing and snowboarding because I almost died when I started drinking on the mountain. And to get to where we were, because I know it's a podcast, we don't actually have commercials. Yeah, I am about to bomb this damn 8-foot ramp. It's a jump. It's not a ramp. It's a jump, and it goes upwards, guys. Right. I want you to imagine it's not just like a inclined ramp. It curves upwards towards the sky. So what I didn't realize is, remember, we were saying that the faster you go, the easier it is to stay up.
Sorry.
And that's what I was feeling in myself. Ooh, I was ready to go. I was like, yeah, I'm excited. I know how to do this now. I can beat it. The problem is, what you don't understand is, as you get to that point where it curls upwards, that throws your inertia, your central body mass. It just, what was the point of center of gravity?
So you did a backflip?
Did not do a backflip. Belly, what I did at full speed was I hit it as a snowboarder with my left foot forward. I hit it, but my feet came outwards. I was wearing a backpack. I laid backwards, so now I'm belly up to the sky. I'm about 10 feet in the air.
You did half a backflip.
I'm 10 feet in the air, belly up to the sky, and I actually thought to myself,
at the sky.
I am. And I thought to myself, oh, shit. Like, possible paralyze. I thought about I might be paralyzed after this. I know how high in the air.
Hasn't even hit the ground yet, and he's like, paralyzed.
I swear to God.
Keep doing that. I'm sorry, I don't like you pressing that.
Clyde is freaking out. He's worried about me. So I landed, and I actually landed like a wrestler, completely flat-backed.
She did 1/8 of a backflip.
It was like a corkscrew. I went outwards. My feet came out, and I just was laying up towards the sun. No!
So you literally watched everyone got to go. You see someone right before you kill it.
Yeah.
And then you did the absolute worst.
Yeah, I went as fast as he did, but then didn't realize that you need to lean forward, not backwards. And I ended up, completely landing on my back. Hurt like hell, man. I mean, everybody. And then you got people who can't see. You can't see the landing spot. So everybody around me is throwing up the X's with their arms like, stop, shut it down, nobody else.
We got a dead one.
Don't drink on the mountain. Don't drink on the mountain. I got down. I snowboarded all the way down. Had beers in the lobby. I was fine. But my body bag. Almost, man. Almost.
Karate Kid right there, by the way.
That's right. The Belly is there. He gets everything. He gets it. He knows it all.
That's why he's our fact checker. Clyde aspires to be what Belly is.
Right.
So you're not a drinker on the mountain. Excuse me, I had some orange juice. I'm having a little gas over here.
It's called acid reflux.
Jesus Christ.
Reflux.
I couldn't get it out. So Potts, you don't drink as much. All right, it doesn't matter, but you're a snowboarder.
You were going with the technology.
No, I know. I'm trying to think of how I want to set it up here, because I'm somebody who doesn't need speed. Like, do you really like the black diamonds? Like, or do you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do black diamonds for sure.
I'm more of a blue groomer, man. I just want to cruise and carve like my
bunny
buddies.
Hills.
No bunny hills.
Yeah, I mean, I just work my way up. I start, maybe I'll do a bunny, but then I'll do a few cruisers. But I always will do at least a couple of black diamonds, just so, to challenge myself. I am trying to get better. I'm not the best sporter in the world.
I stay a hell away from moguls. I'll tell you that. I don't want any part of moguls.
Yeah, me too.
As a snowboarder, it's like, why? Why would you put yourself through it? Anyway.
Someone who appreciates their knees, I don't understand why.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. With the brain.
Yeah.
So something has come out that is going to allow me to carve blues every day of my life. And I'm really excited about it. It's in the mail, and it's called a OneWheel.
Okay. Is this more virtual reality?
No, this is for real. I want you to think back to Segways. I have always been fascinated with Segways, but the problem with the Segways, you look like a douchebag. Right. We're not there.
You're telling me that you're instead of doing 2 wheels, you're going to do 1?
So we're not there. It's not.
So not only can I be on a Segway, I can balance on 1 wheel.
Guys, see my unicycle? So,
how big is the wheel?
So listen, hold on. So the Segway is no good because
you look like a douchebag.
You look like a douchebag. We're not at a point in future yet where riding around in something like that is even close to being accepted. That just looks stupid. But the idea behind it is cool. No. Leaning forward, you go forward. It stabilizes in the middle. Leaning back, you go back. That's cool to me.
You mean like a hoverboard?
Kind of like a hoverboard. Yeah. It's close.
I mean, that's exactly how
the OneWheel and the word hoverboard are interchangeable. That's it on the internet, at least. So what I'm telling you, Potts, and you're going to get very excited. He's looking at me now. He's starting to smile because I think I'm starting to sell him on it.
Maybe he's looking I'm about to play, but I just forget it. Forget it.
So what this is a Segway is no good, right? I'm like, no, that's no good. Then they came out with those silly hoverboards where the ones that you step on, they look like, I think they're made in like China. You step on them, they're plastic, and then you can kind of just like lean and go backwards. But that looks stupid too, right?
Those things are stupid.
Yeah.
Looks
they
like
catch on fire, they explode. They can't even be on airplanes.
Yeah. Really? What is with you and telling me that things catch on fire, like leaving your phone under a pillow?
He can't, you literally,
I infuriated him. Okay.
The biggest douche of the universe.
So this is what.
Oh my God! I can't wait to watch you driving this OneWheel and listen to this song.
So all of these things make you look exactly like that, as if you were being called up to stage on a stupid hoverboard as the biggest douchebag in the universe. Then they started coming out with electric skateboards, and these are, somewhat cooler. They have a controller that you have in your hand. I don't like that. I don't want to. What are your thoughts there?
Your hand's too far away from your feet is what I think.
Well, it's different, right? You're used to either pedaling or leaning, but now this is a gun, like a pistol style controller to control your speed. I don't like that. That seems unnatural.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm old school. Just get me a beach cruiser and I'm happy. Like, honestly, I don't need all of that tech stuff. I just want to go on a bike ride and have fun.
So you're going to love this OneWheel. You're going to love it. You're going to love it because there's not a bad review on the internet about it, first of all, folks. It is finally something that they finally figured it out, and I'm so excited. I got it. It's in the mail. It's going to be here in 4 weeks. It is a go-kart wheel.
I hope you wear a helmet.
I will wear a helmet. It's a go-kart wheel, right? So it's this big. It's like think of a golf
I'm looking
cart.
at it right now. It's like a golf cart wheel, maybe.
Exactly.
Probably 10 or like 16 inches in diameter.
And it's got
maybe less than that.
It's in the middle of a skateboard, so you can stand just like a snowboard or a skateboard, and the wheel is.
The wheel is in between
your legs, right? So now
if you move your foot too far back and you hit the wheel, what happens?
Well, don't do that. But
you die.
You die.
you set on fire.
No, literally, you step on this thing and it feels like a snowboard, and it's got the wheel that's big enough as like a golf cart wheel, so you can go off road. You can go over potholes. You can go down curbs.
I wouldn't go through I wouldn't go in a pothole with one wheel.
Absolutely, because it stabilizes. Look, I'm telling you, it's just like
I see it. This person's flying through the woods,
but it's a Segway. It's a Segway that you're riding like a snowboard now, because you lean forward and it goes up to 19 miles an hour. You lean backwards and it goes back the other way. You can ride goofy, you can stop, whatever it is. So, dude, it is literally carving down the streets.
And it looks like you can ride it off road, which is really cool.
That's exactly what it's for. It's for carving. It's not for speed. It's for just like chilling. Go as fast as you want by leaning and just back and forth carving wherever you want down your streets. You get 6 miles to the charge, 20 minutes to charge back up. I'm down, dude. I'm down.
I'd like to see that YouTube video of you being down.
Yeah, I will. I will. So I will do that. I will take video of me having a blast.
Oh, man.
And then middle finger to Potsy. And the belly.
Hey, after watching this video, I want one.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, there's not a bad review on the internet.
Adam Savage from Mythbusters is riding on one right now in this video.
It's called a OneWheel, and they have the new one that's called the OneWheel Plus. This is what I got, and I'm very excited.
Extended battery life? What's the difference for the Plus?
I don't know. Oh, with the Plus, I don't know. It's like you get 6 miles. But what's funny is they came out with a solar sombrero. So it's got solar panels on a sombrero, and then it's got a cable from the sombrero that goes into the charge port, so you can literally ride all day long. And I think they pulled it from marketing, but
I don't care what else happens. Where is this golden sombrero charger?
Solar sombrero. I'm spinning all over my computer. That's great.
How do I find this?
Potts, would you, if this felt like snowboarding down the street, would you be intrigued?
I don't think so. No.
Why? I saw you riding a girl's bike down the Santa Monica Pier with me. I had the girl's bike.
Yeah, because I said I like riding a bike, but if you're snowboarding, half the experience is being in the snow. But
that's only because that's all you've seen. What if you got a new possibility to ride in the streets, bro?
I mean, the solar sombrero does make it a little bit more appealing.
I thought that made it less.
I don't know.
I thought it made it less.
I can't believe that this is. I don't believe these solar sombreros exist.
Well, that's fine. But what are your thoughts after looking at this thing? Can you pull it up, Potts? Can you see it? Can you just pull up a picture of it?
I think it looks fun enough.
It's called a OneWheel. I just want to know because you're very, very negative right now, and I don't like the negative the tude that exudes from the West Coast right now.
The reason you hate the Segway is going to be the same reason most people hate this.
No, you don't look like a douche. You look like, what is that? Is that a hoverboard? It's like a hoverboard, and they say it
looks completely fucking ridiculous.
I mean. You know who I could picture doing this, and no offense to him at all, but B.
Yeah, Brax would be all over this, and I'll be right there with him.
Harry, we just want to hear like a little. Let's see if you can actually hear the commercial.
Yeah, that's good.
OneWheel. Create a self-balancing electric skateboard controlled simply by leaning your body. We started with a dream of a hoverboard, the smooth feeling of flying over pavement. And inspired by this vision of the future, we created an incredible ride that feels like a natural extension of your balance.
All right, yeah, it goes on for 3 minutes, but
I'm telling you, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Get excited.
It's on Kickstarter. They've raised over $630K.
Oh, dude, they've been producing for a year now. So yeah, I'm excited. It came out in like January, February. They're already on the second version of it. The OneWheel Plus. I am starting a Northern Virginia gang of OneWheel riders. You hit me up at LITM Podcast.
One-wheelers.
If you want in. We'll be back after this with
Hell
news.
on wheel.
We're gonna do news.
Sons of Anarchy.
The OneWheel Riders. We'll do news with Matty Potts next. It's Lucdogg in the morning
at LITM Podcast.
Welcome back, folks. It is Lucdogg in the morning, segment 3. And we have, of course, Chris Parisi calling in from tour with 311. What's going on out there, man? Where are you right now?
What's going on, guys? Sorry, I got trying to get the parking situated.
That's okay. Where are you right now?
We are in Silver Spring, Maryland. So Washington, D.C. market.
Dude, you're right down the road. We need to get you in studio, man.
Well, where are you at? Are you guys coming out tonight?
Where are they? I should probably know that before talking to you. Where are they going to be tonight?
We're at the Fillmore for night 2, second night.
Awesome.
That's fantastic.
We were here last night.
Tell them not to damage those dressing rooms down backstage. They're underneath, and there's all kinds of scratches. You can see people are just fucking in there, man. I'm telling you. It's bad news. Anyway, Chris, welcome back. What's going on, man? How's the tour been? Any news since we talked to you last?
We're trucking along. We're about to finish the Northeast, if you want to call it, and we head towards the Carolinas and Atlanta and Florida next week. So
yeah.
What's the worst thing about
moving right along?
What's the worst thing about being in the Washington D.C. area right now?
the worst thing, I mean, it's home for me. I grew up here, so I love it. I got to have 2 days off last week in DC, and I got to see my parents and nephew. My parents came out to the show last night. I was able to go home and have dinner with my niece and sister. So yeah, I'm totally DC's. I'm all for. It gets a little hectic with guest list requests, obviously, but it is what it is.
Does any of the band hate being in DC? Is any of them like, just, God, why are we here? It's just traffic everywhere.
No,
it's so hot.
I think everybody actually really likes DC. They chose to spend their days off in the city last week, and one of the band members brought out their wife and kids, and they all went and did the museums and all that stuff. So yeah, no, everybody kind of soaks it up.
Chris, how do they do that? I mean, isn't that like completely? Aren't they getting mobbed? I mean, you would imagine people recognize 311. Belly, would you recognize 311?
I would imagine they get. Yeah, I mean,
I would definitely say that people would recognize them for sure. But what I would think is a lot of people have some kind of semblance of respect when people are with their families.
I guess that's true. Chris, would you imagine that's true? Do people respect the fact that they're out doing stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they get some, recognition for sure and hellos and this and that. But if they're not next to the venue in that context of the actual show, it's probably not the worst thing. I'm sure they walked around the city and the museums with no problems whatsoever. They might have got a hello here and there or something, but
tell them that they could have had
good.
Dude, tell them they could have had so much more fun if they had a OneWheel.
No, he doesn't know what OneWheel is. Doesn't want to know what OneWheel is.
Do you know
Get off the OneWheel.
Chris, do you know what a OneWheel is?
I have no idea, so I just laughed.
Surprise!
All right, that's fair.
It's a one-wheel skateboard with a wheel. It's a skateboard with a wheelbarrow wheel in the middle of it that you use your balance to drive.
It's a one-wheel Segway that's like a hoverboard, Chris.
Oh, right on.
See, he's in. All right, well, I got to let you go. I know you're going quick. Last thing, did you do your homework? Did you get any word from the band about our question about the nude pictures on the phone?
They all said keep them.
They all said to keep the pictures. Yes, keep the pictures. Chris Parisi, thank you, buddy. We appreciate you.
I know we don't have time on this one, but for next one, you got to have Maddie tell me having a knife pulled on me in New York City. That was fun.
Ooh, a nice
story.
There's a story.
I didn't know you could talk about that. I didn't know if you could talk about it.
So.
Okay, all right. We'll have that on next show when you come in, man. Thank you for calling. I know you're busy. We appreciate you, bud.
Do you guys want to come out tonight?
I'm working, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would.
Fillmore, Silver Spring. Yeah.
You want to come out?
Dude, I'll come out.
Come on out.
All right.
Yeah,
there you go.
Shoot me a text, and I'll get you set up.
Dude, all right. Chris Parisi, ladies and gentlemen, on tour with 311. Thanks, Chris. We'll hit you up soon, bud.
We'll see you tonight.
Love you, Chris.
All right, see you tonight, man. Awesome. All right, well, there you go. Chris Parisi, everybody. Thank you, sir. He is the man. Yeah, so he said...
So, if you just want me to... He was sorting out what he does. They have a showrunner that goes and gets groceries and stuff for the tour bus. So he brought it back, and Chris was out outside the tour bus divvying up everybody's goods. And a guy that pretty well dressed came up and was kind of rapping with him. He's like, "Hey man, you got any food for me?" And Chris was like, "No." And the guy kind of walked past, and then Chris kept an eye on him. He had a funny feeling, and he saw the guy reach into his waistband, pull out a knife. And the guy went after him with a knife, and Chris got security involved. The guy went nuts, and I guess was right by Union Station or Union Square. Ran out, got decked by a bunch of police. Chris had to fill out a police report, and it was scary as hell. But now the band is calling him the hero, and Nick Hexum, the lead singer, is making him tell that story over and over again. So he's definitely getting some mileage out of it. I'm not gonna lie.
He deserves it. That's fine. He deserves it.
He does deserve it. So.
He protected the goods.
But pretty crazy, pretty surreal road story for sure.
I'm going to 311. I'm going to go see them tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Are you working, Belly?
Yeah, I'm working. I would.
Damn it! You're looking a little. You're looking a little yellow. You look. Maybe you should call out.
No, I can't.
You look a little sick.
Dude,
not
it's
that
a great
guy.
show because they are pushing their new album, and the response has been great. I'm seeing a ton of video. I get privileged enough to get like behind the scenes stage video that Chris takes. And dude, they just have not lost a step. They're so good. Nope. So good. Oh, you're going to have a blast tonight, Luke.
You're such a fangirl with them, dude. It's so funny.
I am.
Should be.
There's two things that I fangirl. 311 and Howard Stern. That's it, baby. That's all I care about.
This just in from the Santa Monica newsroom.
Oh.
It's Matty Potts.
That's right. It is Matty Potts reporting live from the Santa Monica newsroom, Apartment A. In today's news, we have cyborgs at work. I talked about it at the top of the show. What do you guys think about this? Employees, there's the place in Stockholm where employees are getting a syringe slide implanted in between their thumb and index finger. And it's basically like how you have, your ID badge at work. Same thing. This thing is good for opening doors, operating printers, or even buying smoothies with just the wave of a hand.
Where is this?
This is in Stockholm. It's called, it's a Swedish startup called Epicenter. And I mean, I'm looking through, it's not a small company. They're home to more of 100 companies. It's a startup hub. So it's a place. It's
but I don't understand. Are you saying that my access is in my hand?
Well, that's the thing. And here's the crazy part.
They put a chip right here.
Yeah.
Between your thumb and your finger. They implant a chip. They've got about 150 employees that already have it. But this is a startup hub with over 2,000 workers. And they started doing the implants about a year and a half ago. And I mean, it's obviously a convenience, but I was wondering how you guys feel about actually having
just go ahead. I got you, Belly. But it literally, if you take your left hand and you make an L with your thumb and your index finger, they put it in the middle where they join.
So my question to this, I have two things for this. One, this is happening in the U.S. I saw a news story about it yesterday.
No.
There's a company in Wisconsin
I saw it this morning.
that is putting microchips in their employees.
In Wisconsin?
Now, to be clear, I don't believe that there is any GPS tracking in these microchips as far as they say in the articles.
Sure.
And what the companies are telling these people. There is no GPS tracking. But this company in Wisconsin, not only can they use it, this is like a tech startup. This is like a company that supplies goods for break rooms and things like that in offices in Wisconsin. And they will, they can actually do transactions with their microchip. So basically the person who if they have a touch card, like a touch debit card, which most debit cards now do, all they have to do is touch it to their hand.
No.
And it would take the information.
No.
As I said, you could buy smoothies with it. I mean, but also this is the exact same technology that's used for, that are put for collars on pets and companies use to track deliveries. So to say that there's no GPS it just doesn't even make sense, because with what you're saying is if there has to be some sort of Wi-Fi signal if you're paying with the chip.
Exactly.
There's some sort of
There's got to be an internet connection.
It wouldn't work.
This is the beginning of the end of the world.
Yep.
This is it.
Oh,
zombies.
I'm not doing it. No
everything.
way.
You ain't putting anything in me.
And even to incentivize in this company, they throw parties for people that are getting like surgery parties. So, I mean, one, people are lazy as hell, so they're going to do it. And two, people are easily distracted by the shiny quarter on the street, and they will get conned into doing it without a doubt.
Have you been watching?
I agree, this is the end of the world.
Belly, have you been watching the Dan Leviton show last week when they were talking about the action park, Class Action Park? It was a water park back in the 70s in New Jersey that literally was just the most dangerous park on the planet. And it sounds like one of these situations where they had a loop slide and they kept sending dummies down the slide, and the dummies would come out on the other end decapitated. So they would alter it until they would come out with their heads on, and then they would pay members of the park, workers of the park, the employees, $100 just to go down it and test it out.
No.
Yeah.
It sounds like that new movie coming out, or it may have already come out, where all these workers are in an office building and then it locks down, and it's kind of like becomes like this horror film where people have to they're getting orders to
the name
kill
of this
each other.
movie?
I can find it.
Belly.
Come on, Belly. Stupid Belly.
I know. What did I do? FML.
We'll do FML in a little bit. Let's go number 2. Matty Potts, keep it coming. I love it. That was good number 1.
So, actually, let's turn the music down, because I have to say this. I'm not trying to be a downer, but last week, Linkin Park frontman Chester Bennington took his own life by way of hanging. It was done. I mean, it was actually kind of an eerie situation, because it was done almost in the identical manner of his friend Chris Cornell, from Soundgarden. And on top of that, as everyone knows, it was done on Chris Cornell's what would have been his 53rd birthday. Alcohol was found, but no drugs. And I mean, I've been watching a lot of old interviews, and not only that, but two of their biggest hits, In the End and Crawling. If you now look at these lyrics, I mean, it is just creepy as hell. I mean, this guy was very open. Chester was very open about his battle with drug addiction. I mean, he was a huge meth head. He used to go on 11 hits of acid a day. But what's even scarier is the guy had 6 kids. He had been married for 12 years. He'd been through 2 very long-term marriages and unfortunately left 6 kids behind. This guy, I mean, we're all in the same kind. I'm a little bit older than you guys, but we grew up. I mean, Linkin Park was the top-selling album of 2001.
Hybrid Theory was in everybody's car.
Did you guys ever have in school where a teacher would like say, hey, the project or assignment is pick a song that kind of describes or like something it speaks to you? So like half the class comes in with a Linkin Park song.
Yeah.
I
remember.
It's scary.
Go ahead.
No,
well,
I mean,
I remember my friends not enjoying them at first because they thought it was just like a Limp Bizkit. You know, because
100%. I remember seeing that video. The first video I saw, and he had the bleach blonde spike hair, which I actually had myself, and I'm still talking. I was talking about him, but I did. I was like, no, these guys are hams. I taught the exact same thing, and they just didn't go away, and they just got better. And I was like, holy crap! Like these guys are for real.
Just reading the lyrics to Numb. I'm tired of being what you want me to be, feeling so faithless, lost under the surface. I don't know what you're expecting put under the pressure of walking in your shoes. There's just a lot of undertones in all of their lyrics, which you didn't even think about because it was in the grunge era. In the end, oh my God, yeah. And
crawling in my skin, these wounds will not heal. I mean, it literally if you look at these songs, you're like, how was this guy functioning? I mean, he just seems so depressed and battling so many demons. I mean, it's pretty scary and proof that money does not buy happiness. Unfortunately, I don't want to sound cliche, but more money, more problems in a lot of situations. It does not make your demons go away, unfortunately. But anyway, I did want to say, if you or anyone you know is considering suicide, please call 1-800-263-TALK. That's 1-800-273-8255 for the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. It's 24/7 and it's a free service. If you even think somebody's having any kind of problem, do it. It's better, safe than sorry, people.
I'd rather my friends be mad at me because I thought something was up.
Damn straight.
And not here to have an opinion at all. So, well said. Moving on. Well done, man.
So, now to flip it to a happier tone, what makes French fries so freaking addicting? I hate fast food, but McDonald's French fries, they are really damn good. And they have an added ingredient that sets them apart. It's a beef flavor. So that's actually that's what's setting off your brain when you're eating a McDonald's French fries. It's a beef flavor. On their site, it's listed as hydrolyzed milk and hydrolyzed wheat. It creates a chemical reaction that releases like a meaty, savory flavor in your brain. So notice I said a chemical reaction. It's not even food. What you are attracted to is not the food. It's a chemical reaction that's being set off in your brain by hydrolyzed milk and hydrolyzed wheat.
McDonald's is drugging me.
Don't eat it. Yeah, I mean, you're being drugged, and I mean, their mind is playing tricks on you. That's exactly what's happening, and that's why you can't get enough of those McDonald's fries. The salt.
Hey, Potts, tell us how you feel.
French fries, everyone?
I love them. Who's got the best French fries?
So here's the thing. It's all about the style of fries, too. Like shoestring. Curly is actually my favorite kind of fry, which people...
Waffle? Curly.
Waffle.
Seasoned curly. Waffle.
Waffle fries are fine. They're good.
Waffle's strong.
Steak fries a little too thick.
I don't want anything to do with a steak fry because I don't like eating just a potato.
Yeah, it's basically.
But do you guys like a hard, crunchy outside, soft inside? Like what kind of fry do you like?
Well, let's just go around to the fast foods and say who's got the best fries.
Arby's.
Okay, that's fine. You like the curly fries. I would say in ranking, of course, number one because of the drugs that they're feeding you, McDonald's, and then behind them. Burger King over Wendy's. I'm giving the nod. Well, Wendy's fries are so fucking disappointing.
Well, they're natural cut fries, so they're actually potatoes.
But they're not. They're soft, dude. They're mushy.
most of the time.
You got to order. So I go to In-N-Out, which they literally chop the potato right there. But you have to get them well done because you're absolutely right. Otherwise, they're mushy. I like the well done fries from In-N-Out by special request.
I love crispy onion straws on a burger. I know that's in the family, but a different thing. But God, you give me those crispy onion straws. Ooh.
You fry anything, I'll eat it. I mean,
damn straight. Moving along. So this is pretty interesting. After this took a decade of pleading from Amazon, Nike, they finally caved and they're going to be selling their shoes on the world's biggest online shopping center. What was happening? So, Amazon went to Nike for a decade and they're like, let us sell your shoes. Let us sell your shoes. And Nike was like, no. The reason they said no is because they felt like their Air Jordans, for instance, are much better displayed when you go to Foot Locker and they've got this whole, end cap and posters, and that's how they wanted to present their shoes.
It's the same reason. It is the same reason that some restaurants will not let you take food home to go, or they won't let you order it to go. Artie's and Fairfax will not let you order their food to go because they won't trust you to do it right when you reheat it. It's not the same experience. You can't have it.
Right. So what happened was you had people like private sellers on Amazon that just started selling the shoes anyway. So they went a deal and they said, look, this is happening regardless. If you guys start selling your shoes on our site, Amazon, we will in turn make sure that there's no bootleg sellers that are on Amazon. So it was a great deal. It made sense for both parties, but this is a deal that took a decade in the making. But yeah, I mean, if anyone's like me, I'm a huge Amazon Prime shopper. I buy literally toilet paper, toothpaste, deodorant on Amazon Prime. And now you can buy your Air Jordans as well. Yeah, well, legally.
Brick and mortar buildings and businesses aren't the way to go anymore.
Amazon is literally putting brick and mortar out of
brick and
business.
mortar is the new newspaper.
That's absolutely right. You're right, and that's what another thing is. You've got these malls that are shuttering all over the place. We talked about over 250 Sears stores alone, and that also was took into account is that they saw the writing on the wall, and it's like a lot of times a lot of these marketing and corporate people are a little late to the party, and Nike was like, we better get on board real quick.
They got Whole Foods, guys. They got Whole Foods.
Yeah, that's right. Amazon.
They got Amazon fresh delivery.
I saw that today. I think I might subscribe for $14.99. You get unlimited deliveries for groceries.
I've heard mixed reviews. So I've definitely heard mixed reviews.
$14.99 a month?
I think it's $14.99 a month. You get fresh groceries delivered to you. But I've heard that there's always a bad batch of groceries you get where it's some of the food just didn't stay well.
Oh. Well, I don't know. I'd like to pick up. I like going to the grocery store personally.
But for the most part,
with Amazon Prime, they have the best customer service. They have never once given me any headaches about returning something.
Oh yeah.
I mean, honestly, I was like, it didn't show up. I mean, they were just like, oh yeah, we'll just send you another one. Like they didn't even question it. Like honestly, I'm not trying to say go and take advantage of them, but man, I could have easily just been like, yeah, it didn't show up.
Right.
You know what I mean? They just send me another one. Do you have time for one more, Potsy? We're coming up on it.
Okay, so what's more shocking? Do you guys hear? I'm sure Belly knows all about this. O.J. Simpson got granted parole in Nevada. He served over 9 years about serving 9 years in prison. But what's more shocking than that? He made $600,000 while in jail from his NFL pension. And guess what? The money, it can't be touched by the families of Nicole Brown or Ron Goldman because they were awarded a settlement of over $40 million. This $600K cannot be touched because it's his NFL pension. What do you guys think about that? Is that not the most insane thing ever?
I did not know that.
Literally won a civil suit for $40 million. The guy's been in jail for 9 years. They've just been waiting for him to come out and start earning so they can get their money. And he's walking out of jail with $600K in 9 years.
Not every day. But what he went to jail for? Does everyone know what he went to jail for?
Go ahead and enlighten.
So go ahead, Matty Potts. I'm sure you got it right.
No. You take it, please. Take it.
So he was sentenced to, I think it was 30 years. I have to remember.
33 years.
33 years prison sentence, and it was mostly for breaking and entering, or for larceny, for going in. He was trying to steal memorabilia, his own memorabilia, from someone who owned it.
From what he says, allegedly, they owned it wrong. It wasn't theirs to own.
Yeah.
is what he's saying. And he got 9 years. And
well, no, he got 33 years sentence.
And then paroled with 9. And the guy who had a gun got what? Like a year? Not even? He got off? I shouldn't be saying that because I'm just guessing. But I know he didn't get 9 years. 33 years.
All I know is I heard is they played the parole hearing on Stern, and literally O.J. Simpson says to the parole board, "I've never had an issue with violence. I've never
absurd.
I've never pulled a weapon on anyone.
I've never been accused of pulling a weapon on anybody." That's what he said. I've never been accused. Or he did say that, which is still ridiculous because of course you were accused.
Whatever, semantics. The guy is delusional, and he goes on to say how he started Baptist service in prison, and then he goes to say, he says because he's on parole, he's moving to Florida, and he goes, "Yeah, I don't think you guys want me living in this state anymore." And he's like chuckles, and even the parole, they're like, "No comment." I mean, like it's despicable. The guy's delusional, but whatever.
It's pretty rough to hear, man. Like I don't like. The fact that he's back out, but it's you can't. Obviously everybody's.
You don't like the fact that he's back out? Why? Because
you don't want him to be out in the first place because you feel like he was guilty in the first place. But that's the problem. That's why he got 33 years from this completely separate crime because he's totally being tried for something he got acquitted for.
Well, that's called double jeopardy.
It's exactly what's happening.
Right. And that's a lot of people are saying, well, how do you get out? It's like, well, if he's in jail and he's doing good behavior, you can't hold the other case against him. You have to take it on a case-by-case basis. And I mean, look, 9 years for that. I mean, Belly, do you think that's probably a little excessive? I mean,
for what he did, I mean, I think the main issue was I think he was holding the two people like kind of like in saying you're giving me this memorabilia or else kind of deal. And then the police got involved and he was basically charged with enough to kind of keep him in there because it wasn't a 33-year sentence for one thing. It's a 33-year sentence for multiple things.
Multiple counts.
Multiple counts.
Not my lawyer.
Either way, he was saying, F my life. And I have a few of these before we get out of here today to end on a fun note that I actually got. These are really funny. I saw this article and we wanted to say thank you for hanging out with us. We appreciate you guys. Obviously, we wanted to have a little bit of fun. To end it, everybody gets a little polarized with OJ. I'm not ending it on OJ. You know me. I said it last week. I don't like news and politics.
Or orange juice.
Or orange juice. Today, I heard my sister masturbating in her room. I took the dog around the block to get out of the house, and I came back to see her leaving her room. She had my electric toothbrush in her hand.
Ugh. Gross. No. F my life.
Today, brand new cocktail dress, $300. Matching peep toe heels, $100. Getting my hair done at the salon, $80. Treating myself to a mani-pedi, $50. When finally meeting the guy I've been chatting online with for 2 months, I find out he's my cousin. Priceless.
FML.
Today, my boyfriend.
Belly, real quick, Belly, have you ever got a mani-pedi before, Belly?
Negative.
Oh, you should try it. They're great.
Yeah, well, maybe one of these days.
Today, my boyfriend. Today, my boyfriend told me he'd drive to the jeweler's to pick out a ring. We drove there. I picked the ring. The salesperson rang it up. I glanced at my boyfriend, only for him to reply, "Well, don't look at me."
Good for him. I mean FML.
All right, this is the last one that this is too good. Today I came home to find a sock on my bed that I had previously used to whack off. Ugh. It had googly eyes and a mouth drawn on it with a note that read, "Because you can't find a real girl, I made your current one prettier. Love, Mom."
Ugh. FML. Don't let your mom do your laundry.
Oh no, Auntie Lynn, don't do it, Auntie Lynn. No.
Thanks for hanging out with us for another week, guys. We appreciate you so much. Matty Potts from the Santa Monica Newsroom.
That's all I've got. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day, and you can kindly go fuck yourself.
Belly Matt LaBelle, did you have fun today, sir? Anything for the people?
All I do is have fun. But, people, have a great and wonderful day.
We'll see you guys next week on Wednesday for everybody here at TTR Studios. Clyde, Hot Mess, Kim, Braxton Blue, and Dougie Two Trees. We'll see you guys on Wednesday next week. It is Lucdogg in the morning
at LITM Podcast.